Welcome back to another video. Today, reading my haters' comments with my debate that got over 160,000 views against Destiny over whether or not Andrew Tate was guilty of sex trafficking several women in Romania. Now, granted, here's the backstory. I had about 5 minutes, well, we'll call it 20, okay? It's kind of like the 5 minutes in the Frieza saga where he's like, 5 minutes until Namek blows, and then it's like 5 episodes later, it still hasn't blown up yet. So realistically, I did have like 25 minutes to prepare. But when you're preparing with a girl, it doesn't end up so well. But I mean, the point is here is that I get, somebody does a favor for me. Okay, granted, we'll give you credit. All right, babe. So then basically what happens is that I get put into this debate called on a channel called Modern Day Debate. Now, what's interesting about this is that again, didn't know anything about what I was doing, hadn't read the legal case or anything. We have Destiny, who has 15 years on me, 15 more years of eating dino nuggets and Soylent. And now, all of a sudden, he's going to school me on the topic of Andrew Tate. Now, I like Andrew Tate a little bit, but he's played out. If I were 16, I'd like him a lot more. I mean, that applies to Fortnite. It applies to a lot of things. Monster energy drinks. Anyway, the point is that I just wanted the clout, frankly, and so I did it. And also the novelty. You grow up on watching Destiny debate people. You know what? I'm going to step in there, shank him. And I think I did a great job given the circumstances. It's kind of like when Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather. No, he didn't win. He lost, actually. But the fact he didn't get knocked out is somewhat commendable in and of itself. So I give myself credit for holding in there rhetorically, not knowing what I was doing. It is awfully impressive. It's kind of like if there was an 8-foot wave coming and you went under 6 feet, just took it and didn't fall down. That is actually super impressive if you've ever been to the beach where it's that violent, okay? It's a fucking mess. Anyway, let's actually get to the reading of this. I've stalled enough. Let's go ahead and just get to the bottom of it. So if you look at this video, it has 2,000 comments. We're not going to read every single one. We're going to read the top ones, though. Let's go ahead and just share my screen a little bit. Let's play the first 30 seconds, see what the ad is here.
The three core elements needed to prove sex trafficking in Romanian criminal law are the act, meaning he needs to do something, the means, meaning he needs a certain method by which he uses, and the purpose, meaning for making money off of them doing sex work. And my argument is that he has recruited, transported, and received people, that is the act. For the means, he has used fraud and deception. That is the means, and for the purpose, it is for making money off of them sex trafficking. Do you agree that he's met all three of those points, which would therefore mean that he is a sex trafficker under the Romanian Criminal Code? Or is there some point that you believe he hasn't met, and if not, which one?
Yeah, I think that overall... I want Grace on here. Apparently she has this hate boner for Destiny. Oh,
Stupid has nothing to do with fraud. Do you understand that?
Because the whole reason I don't
Can you acknowledge that?
Actually be charged with this.
Can you acknowledge that?
I don't think you'll be charged with this because fraud
Can you
is
acknowledge
actually
that?
intended.
Grace, Steven's asking you a question.
Can you acknowledge that being stupid has nothing to do with fraud? You know, old people are stupid when it comes to computers, but you can still defraud them when it comes to putting viruses on their machines.
I'm making a point that somebody who
Can you acknowledge
falls for
that?
manipulation.
folks, that is the highlight reel for Destiny. That's as bad as it got for me, yours truly. Okay, look, did I literally admit that I was wrong? Yes, but frankly, I didn't have a fucking leg to stand on. It was kind of like, you're a Korean, Siberian, Soviet prisoner of war transported to defend Normandy, a beach, against artillery onslaught, machine gun fire, and aircraft fire from, again, in a pillbox in Normandy. You're some fucking 5'4" Korean POW from the Soviet Union, and you're fighting against the American war machine. And I put up a fight, I have a good 5-to-1 KD ratio, but eventually some American carabiner fucking snipes me. Okay, fair enough, but you know what? Not that bad. And yeah, so... But you can kind of see how white Destiny debates, right? It's like it is so white. It is so like by the numbers, so technical. It's kind of like, missionary, so to speak, like debate wise. Like, here are my 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think that the definition, who cares? Let's actually have some blood sports, some fun here, folks. But no, you can't have fun around these parts, okay? Destiny debates like a white guy. What can I say? He's half Latino. Doesn't change shit, but all right. Anyway, so let's read the first comment, of course. And this guy's going to say, Slain Forever says, 2 weeks ago, with 1.2 thousand likes, 36 replies, it's amazing how much this guy can talk about nothing after conceding the entire argument in the first 10 minutes. Wow. So again, that is kind of the point, though. I had nothing to stand on, no ground to stand on, so I just made it up. It's kind of like if you play Mario on the DS and you fall into a pit, you kind of like kick off the walls. There's nothing for you to stand on, so you kick off the walls to kind of keep yourself alive. When a fish is gyrating in a bucket of water, it's trying to just stay alive by going, So this is what I was doing, and I survived, all right? It was a 2-hour debate, basically, and I stood the test of time, folks. So let's go ahead and load these up. He's so arrogant in his ignorance. Bro, I knew exactly about what I was ignorant about. I had to pretend though. Game face, poker face, Lady Gaga. You can't see my, no, you can't read my poker face. All right. To be fair, I don't think he actually believes anything he was saying. He's just here for clout, and he's doing his best to keep the conversation going. He basically admitted it too much in the end. Exactly. You know what? This guy is smart. Artai Hernandez or whatever. That is my Mexican cousin right there. Smart guy. All right. Next comment. Amanda says, he's clearly arrogant even if he admits his bullshit. He is ignorant about not knowing the case. Ignorant about not... I didn't know the case. I admitted as much. What do you mean? I didn't even read it, silly. My one source for the Tate case was literally a Willie Mack video made like 2 months ago about how I'm being guilty. Some C-list commentary YouTuber made a video about it that I watched for 20 minutes. And then 2 was that last semester of college, I remember being in the library and I told Destiny this, that I was watching his own coverage of the fucking leaked text messages from the WhatsApp group chats of what these whores were talking about, getting like their fucking... Anyway. Okay. Hernandez says, have you ever had to debate where you couldn't have done any research / don't agree with the position you were debating? That kind of smug arrogance is a rhetoric device for not knowing what you were talking about. And this particular super hard position to defend kind of felt bad for the kid. Exactly! This is a #1 Lalo defender. Let's go. Let me hire you. Artai Hernandez or whatever. 49080, my nigga. Thank you. Yes, exactly. No debate prep. Didn't know what he was talking about. Had to act arrogant. You have to do that, bro. You know why? And in life, generally, I don't know who came up with this first, but if you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. I have to smell my own shit and not flinch. And then everybody else can get deluded into thinking that I'm the shit, okay? That does not smell. And frankly, folks, what The Rock is cooking, you can smell this. And that is that, you know what? The arrogance is actually something that's precedented, something that is endorsable from anybody that is not meat watching, because frankly, you need to be confident, even if you're not confident. You got to fake it until you make it, you know? If you're talking to a girl and you don't have shit, you got to kind of make it up, okay? You got to sell a girl a dream, right? That is actually the whole pretext of the lover boy method, not that I'm a very loving person, okay? Anyway. All right. He shouldn't have done a debate not knowing the facts. No one forced him to. Bro, but the clout was worth it. You got to do it for the clout. Do it for the clout at all times. Okay. Even if someone is clout forming, I still feel bad for him if they embarrass themselves like this. An appearance like that does way more harm than good, in my opinion. You're a fucking idiot. What person would see me debate knowing that I did it facetiously for clout and have a lesser opinion of me? Oh, Lalo, you're a clout shark. Yes. And what does that even mean? That I explicitly do stuff for more attention, for more e-fame? Yeah, of course I would do that. There's nothing immoral about it if I'm being straight up. I'm just saying like, hey, I'm here. Okay, look, if I'm signing up to get my ass kicked by Hulk Hogan in the 80s and I'm like some out of shape retard, and you said, you know what, Lalo, we're gonna pay you 50 grand to get your ass kicked. Okay, fair enough. Sign me up. Oh, but you're doing it for clout. Yeah, I am. So what? What about it? Nobody is gonna question my intellectual acumen, knowing the background, and getting schooled by a guy apparently who has a lot more experience. Okay, I mean, it just doesn't work that way. Everybody that talks to me obviously knows that I'm a genius, and so for them to doubt me is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, let's keep going. Even I don't feel bad for him at all, but you're entitled to your feelings. Okay, that's a very white thing to say. I get the feeling that this guy doesn't feel embarrassed about any of that. Very odd personality, seemed full of self-interest with no concern of what he was actually representing. Yes. Brilliant. Okay. No one forced him to do so. I wonder, maybe someone said they loved him and would marry him, but then they made him do YouTube debates for coin, but didn't pay him a fair share for the proceeds. That is somewhat true. That is somewhat close to the truth, isn't it? Jan Kulls is this guy. All right. J9145 says, wasn't this dude a call-in in a panel like 2 weeks ago, begging to be the next orbiter and saying he'd destroy anybody in a debate to make that happen? Yes, I actually did that. And it was kind of awkward. I was glazing a little too hard. I was nagging Destiny very hard. Okay. Hold on. Why is everyone saying this, lol? This dude admitted Destiny was winning, was older, more experienced, and that he basically agrees Andrew is guilty on the facts legally. So then he tries to move the debate into a far more interesting discussion, and Destiny refuses to because of his autistic Reddit brain. Actually, this debate is actually about him being technically guilty, so I won't engage. Lay me up. Yes. MMR2488, my motherfucking nigga. Yes, exactly. Exactly correct. Look how red in the face I am. I'm blushing. Vindicated. Yes. Oh my god. I dropped my pen. That is so correct, though, right? Why is everybody saying this? The dude admitted that Destiny was winning, was older, way more experienced, and that he agreed. And then he tried to pivot the debate into a far more interesting discussion. Exactly. And then Destiny refuses because of his autistic Reddit brain. Yes, because Destiny knows that I would fucking knife him if I were to get him on anything that wasn't ironclad closed shut. Okay? Seriously, folks. Like, for me to have beat Destiny in a debate about those rules of Andrew Tate's arrest would have been like scoring a 70-yard field goal. Like, it is virtually fucking impossible, okay? The longest field goal ever is 67 yards by Justin Tucker on, I think, week 2 of 2021, Ravens versus Lions, okay? You cannot go for a 70-yarder, honestly, unless you're on roids. Arnold Schwarzenegger 40 years ago maybe could have done it. But the point is that I couldn't have won that debate, so I had to pivot. And for anybody saying that the pivoting was stupid, no, I had to do it. And there's even niggas that try to lecture me like, oh, well, actually, son, you could have pivoted more. No, I didn't have the clout. I didn't have leverage. I wasn't moderating the debate. I couldn't have gone outside the ring, okay? What I'm saying here is that clearly I'm outmatched by Floyd Mayweather in boxing. But I, as a younger guy and, with a wrestling background, in a UFC fight would have a better chance. But Destiny, being the Floyd Mayweather that he is, who's like a counterpuncher, who plays defense really well, who tires the opponent out with a bunch of bullshit, says, actually, no, we're going to stick to boxing. Cucking the content like usual. If I were debating somebody way less experienced, I would then obviously try to satiate my bloodlust by just going into an easier debate for the other guy. I mean, if you're winning by that much, Destiny. But no, he tryhards. Even when there's no money on the line, he still decides to try hard. It doesn't even make sense why he would even do that. It pisses me off to no end. All right. Okay. Hold on. Angela Martin says he kept dissing white people a lot for someone pretending to be on the right. I wasn't pretending to be on the right. I am on the right. It's just that I diss white people because it's funny and because it's true. My criticisms of white people are way more than any other conservative does, but it's well warranted because there's a lot of cringe done by whites, as there is by blacks and Mexicans and Asians and Jews and Arabs and fucking Swahili Africans or something. The point is here is that mayonnaise can be somewhat disgusting sometimes, and you ought to call it out when it is warranted, right? But I like, we love white people, obviously. We love white women. Kidding. All right. So, okay. Okay, Ja, who's another Reddit nerd, says, what would have been more interesting about it had they talked about irrelevant points? And then MMR, who's my best friend on this comment section, says, dude, all of these talks and debates are irrelevant. It's all about content and entertainment. That's the point. If you take any of this seriously, then you ought to have a serious misunderstanding of what's going on here. They are here to take out your attention and time so that they can make money. You do this by being entertaining. Destiny nor this guy's opinion will have any outcome on the Tate's trial. So for the sake of entertainment, pivoting off the subject his opponent conceded in order to make it a more entertaining debate is a good move. Obviously, this is my opinion. Clearly, his audience likes to circle jerk about nothing and pretend things are of a discussion matter. Also, this guy came and agreed to the debate last minute and was defending Tate for the sake of the show. He doesn't actually like Tate, and he thinks that Tate is technically guilty. Yes, you might think, Lalo, you came in on an alt account, but first of all, my alt accounts are like Kyler Murray football related. This guy has MMR2488. Clearly, he's a MAGA patriot or something like that, because he's a very reasonable person. All right, this is fantastic stuff. Destiny Defender 145 says, I agree it was boring. Destiny obviously had no interest in it. But what about engaging with why didn't they just leave? Would have made it more entertaining or interesting? That was the main thing the guy kept going back to. Why even engage there? Then my defender says, and again, I need to pay this guy. Now, again, I'm broke as fuck, so I'm not going to give you money, but I will dap you up, MMR2488. He says, no, questioning the idea of never blaming the victim, the morality of it all, how U.S. courts would have handled it. I wish they would have gone into the definition of sex trafficking. To be fair, it seemed like Destiny did want to have it take it there, but the dude didn't want to bite. When it all started with Tate, I found a case where a woman was convicted of sex trafficking herself. At any rate, if he concedes that Tate is guilty, according to Romanian law, then Destiny should have just left it or something. Instead, he decided to repeat that Tate is guilty repeatedly, and point dude had already conceded to. It was just mad boring. Exactly, my king. Yes. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. That hombre, again, another Mexican MAGA patriot, my other cousin. Again, I have an unlimited amount of people. When what's interesting is that in college, I'll go, when you talk to people, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm related to this guy. And they just believe me because I talk with such confidence. And then at some point, the stupid bimbo bitch yesterday was like, Lalo, you're related to everybody. It's like, yeah, I was fucking kidding. I like tell her like, oh, I'm related to this senator, this drug dealer. Like, obviously that doesn't make sense. They all believe me for some reason, but okay. That hombre says clearly super unpopular, but I would 100% agree with you. I don't find him arrogant at all, and all I think is talking about the legality period is indeed pretty damn boring. I mean, Destiny can start it off with like this, okay, so I win, but then he was absolutely unwilling to even slightly entertain anything past that. It was pretty shitty. True. Zen Boyk, who's a retard, says he is so annoying and try hard it hurts. Okay, cool. JA9145 says, what was theirs to be entertained slightly, though? Arguing that they shouldn't be charged because women should have just left? What's interesting there? Fuck you. Uh, okay, hold on. Green on my face, 774, which is like... So, like, the Grinch came on your face? What's the reference there? Anyway, this guy with the purple avatar says, someone should do a count on how many times this Joker looks down on his phone for somebody to feed him questions. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Look, I was fed questions for sure, but I didn't really read the phone because I was getting paragraphs upon paragraphs, and I obviously wasn't going to read that when Destiny talks at the rate of like fucking Eminem on Rap God. So I really wasn't reading it that much at all. And so the points that were fed to me were like not even 20% of my argumentation. I was just winging it on the spot. So for me to look at down on my phone was because I was more so bored or I was looking at the chat. Okay. Now, and so I don't get fed questions. I'm clearly smarter than anybody who could possibly be feeding me questions. I'm smarter than all of my friends, so yeah, so fuck you. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Okay. Okay, see, this is actually cute. Damn, that initial debate was one of the most pathetic showings I've ever seen. My guy opened with the argument Destiny's relying on too many facts. That is okay. First of all, I understood how that came off. Like, wow, that is actually retarded. But honestly, it was so true though. Like, Destiny was not being entertaining, and that is the whole gaming ship, right? Like, Destiny be the type of nigga to go to a gun range and spend 80% of the time just polishing the gun and making sure it isn't jammed. Like, nigga, I want to go in there with the AK and just shoot. Ugh. Okay. This guy says this guy has to be a psyop because there's literally no way he was real. The way he kept emoting in the middle of Destiny talking gave me chills. Yeah, I know. I do a lot of that. Okay. Skate Threck says, I think his tactic wasn't too bad. He knows Tate is guilty on the facts, so what he did was try to pivot to the argument of accountability of the girls and the ethics of the situation. And in court with the jury, that could have been successful to trying to appeal to the feelings of accountability rather than the legal function situation. Didn't work at all since Destiny didn't engage with his points. Yes, exactly, folks. Precisely correct. Again, a lot of DGG are kind of smart, low key. They're kind of red pilled on the Lalo question, so to speak. Beaters and Company, cool name. He says, yeah, he was playing hard at the end of the debate, and you could actually try to see him trying to maneuver on the fly. Lalo kind of grew on me towards the end there. Just needs to throw all of his Zoomer terms and slang into the garbage. Hey, fuck you, old ass nigga. Old nigga alert. Yeah, okay. I respect that though. Of course, I grow on people. People tend to like me. Yes, true. People that tend not to like me are either getting mogged to oblivion or like are older and resentful, is what I tend to notice, right? So yeah. You look at all my haters and they're fucking gay. More than me. Joking, but I mean, kind of serious in that, like, who doesn't like me, all right? Let's take a list. Short list, mail it list. Okay. Throw it into the garbage. Fuck those people. Nice. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's keep cooking. Prosecutor, Your Honor, this man committed a murder. Defense, okay, you got one anecdote. Good job. Okay, I mean, that's kind of funny. I'll give him that. Let's keep going. Hold on. Okay, look at this. Rory Young says, dude reads less than 1.5% of the indictment's evidence and states clearly there's no sufficient evidence. Yes, I was just bullshitting. I was lying through my teeth, nigga. Yes, yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. Holy. God damn. Dude, that is awesome. All right, let's keep reading this. The good old I'm not reading that strategy. Yeah, too long didn't read. Imagine I get arrested and I'm like, I didn't read the indictment. Sorry. It was too boring. Sorry. All right. All right. Mad God Loki says, to be fair, he filled in last second and was just using lawyer tactics to try and talk around the substance. Exactly, bro. It was a bunch of bullshitting. I'm the king of bullshitting. I walk in there, and you know what? This happened like a couple days ago, Monday. I have this class on. I think it's fucking ethics and something gay like that, right? In public administration, and the teacher, he's like, guys, okay, do you guys, any of you, want to present the entire class for us? And he was being sarcastic, but I didn't pick up on that because I'm autistic apparently. And I'm like, oh, I'll do it. And he's like, any volunteers? And then he starts staring, like Lyndon Johnson, like leaning back because he's like taller than I guess average. And he's like, anybody wants to teach the class? We got the slides right here, like 30 slides, like about all these like obscure philosophers that I don't know anything about. And then I'm like, oh, I'll do it. And he's like, wait, actually? And I'm like, sure. And then everybody's like, what the fuck? And then I go and I kill it like usual. I teach the class for 2 hours straight, basically, like acting like no joke. I take over for the professor. And then the professor was like, and then he writes me like a 2-page email, like, I'm surprised you would actually do it. Yeah, okay. So I'm really good at it, like I was saying. All right. These women are fossils. They're 25. Destiny clearly didn't go to law school. He's not making emotional pleas. He's just stating facts. And then this 40-year-old woman, from what I can tell, Angel Martin, again, Mexican, disappointing baby. Meanwhile, he's 25 now in the blink of an eye. Okay, blink my eye. Oh, I'm 20 years old still. Fuck. Hey, I want to get older, by the way. Sweetheart, I want to get older. I need to be 21 so that if I do get a DUI, it won't be that big of a deal. Because, serious. That is actually a good point, though. I need to be 21 soon. All right. It's so hard for taters to grasp that maybe a country notorious for sexual trafficking might actually have a strict sex trafficking laws. Bro, me being called a tater, now that is depressing, folks. Tough. All right. Let's keep going. I like that this guy complained that Destiny was being dispassionate and not presenting his argument with any emotion, so Destiny doubled down and became more passive and plain in his responses. That was just gay. Like, that's just cucking the content, of course. That's just disappointing to an extent, no? Angel Martin says, it was sexy. Oh, bitch, please. If you put Destiny and sexy in the same sentence, you ought to hold a fucking Colt 45 into your mouth and go, you know. Anyway. Let's keep going. All right. Holy moly, I've never seen somebody get absolutely cooked and served this hard in a live debate. Sheesh. Sheesh. Dude, these people are so mean to me. And for what reason? What did I do? Of course, it's an anime PFP, so I won't take it seriously. We can disregard that comment. And of course, I click on a fucking YouTube channel on my own reaction. Ugh, okay. Give me 20 seconds. Gotta love how Hermanito Lalo lost this debate in the first 5 minutes of after opening statements. Fastest Destiny W in history. Aside from debates where the other side literally came in with zero intention to win or preparation and where it was a W before it started, has Destiny ever debated anybody who lost the plot this easily? Like, do we have any records? And then Chicken Warrior 3067 says, I think this kid won, to be honest, as the debate got later on. Destiny kept saying the same boring Romanian law acts mean on purpose, and the kid didn't ask the correct questions after. To dismantle Destiny's stupid little quip, if the kid had just asked expand on what the law means by acts and means and method. In my honest opinion, Destiny didn't interpret the law correctly here. If Tate used... Okay, whatever. I thought you were gonna defend me, Chicken Warrior. What the fuck was that? That was like some fucking actual, like, white people shit. Like, okay. Anyway. Let's see. Let's keep going. This guy's asking to be degraded for free is shameless. True. I have no shame. Sex trafficking apologia is a red flag for ladies to look out for. Fuck you. Fucking loser. Destiny literally out here passively destroying jobbers. What does jobbers even mean? Let's look this up. Jobbers, by the way. Okay. Jobbers. Okay. Jobbers. A person who jobs. What the fuck does that even mean? Okay. Anyway. Do you think pimps are sex traffickers? Oh, yeah. That was stupid. People just shitting on me. I think Lalo recently heard someone say facetious and it became his favorite word because he uses it at every wrong opportunity. That's funny. Facetious. I said facetious correctly. I don't know what you're talking about. This felt more like a Beyblade match than my debate. My boy was pivoting so hard. Okay, thank you with the 2008 reference, by the way. Okay. The other guy at the beginning really gives that I know literally nothing, but I sound confident energy. Yes, 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 good. Cool. Leaving Goose says he literally admits to knowing nothing in the question and answer section. He had like 5 minutes of preparation. I think he had just heard he had an opportunity to get Destiny's attention while also having a nice challenge and seized on it. Yes, yes, bloodlust. The youth must have his chance. Yes, exactly. I needed to get my wings, nigga, so I can fly, okay? So you jump out of the nest and you break your wing because you can't fly because a nigga didn't have debate prep. But you know what? I gave it my honest try and I give myself credit. And people might say, Lalo, you're insecure that you lost. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm like clairvoyant. I'm glad I debated Destiny because now in the future, in like 10 years, when I'm more famous than everybody, Destiny's going to be like, God damn, I talked to that nigga is the way that I view it personally. But we'll see how it works out, obviously. We don't know yet. DFab says, I respect the guy for stepping in and having the balls to do this debate without any preparation and pretty much with all the available evidence against his side, but holy hell was it brutal to watch live. Sure. Sure. Okay. Damn, it's crazy how he openly admits that Destiny's dunking on him, but somehow still has the confidence to keep going. Exactly, bro. I'm like, I have a look at my jaw. Like, I'm not gonna fucking give up a fight. Nobody's gonna break my jaw, nigga. You think Destiny's gonna do it? He's gonna be fucking trying to uppercut me, miss. You know what? Fuck it. He'll keep landing shots, but I'm not going down. Okay, with confidence, being wrong at all times. They should really teach base level critical thinking philosophy, the really kind that they don't reference on Twitter in high schools. Lalo just falls into so many fallacies, unsound logic, and overall shit points. It just ties words into phrases he picked up from Suits and Better Call Saul. Those are two really good shows, by the way. Okay. Chicken Warrior says Kid was brighter than Destiny. Too bad the mob of Destiny fans drown out the critical thinking. Real. Adam Notesman says, this guy is in law school, by the way. No, I'm not. I'm 2 years away from law school if I even decide to do that. All right. Let's keep going. Also, the first dude, which is me, has clearly never been in an abusive relationship or raped. Okay, yeah, and what do you mean? Like, oh, if you would debate Destiny better if you got sodomized. Okay, thanks, bro. You fucking dork. Dude, come on. It's good this kid is young. He has time to realize this isn't his calling. Hey, fuck you. But that is true. I haven't been doxxed yet. Like, I could definitely, like, I could just delete everything and be fine. True. True. That's good. I can walk away from it all before I let it go any further. This dude doesn't know what facetious or derelict or precept means. He also didn't know that Destiny is trying to steal Amanda's position and is remotely pushing in on 25% effort to destroy him. He's being kind to you, kiddo. What a stupid motherfucker. The meat riding, the skinwalker, this Destiny skinwalker. Can you suck him off even harder? He's not even putting 25% of his power into you. Why? Because he's playing a video game as if that does anything? He's playing his fucking 2D side scroller or whatever, as if that takes any mental capacity anyway. I could be doing the same thing, retard. Jeez. How are they still hoping standing Andrew Tate will give them a career? Dude, me standing Andrew Tate, ironically, wasn't like Tate didn't even know this debate happened, I'm pretty sure. Okay, who gives a fuck? I don't like him like that. I prefer Zerka, frankly. All right, what does this guy say? I'm the lawyer that worked for Casey Anthony. Yes, Casey Anthony, Jorge Baez or whatever, Jose Baez, Hispanic lawyer. Big shout out to Jose Baez. This guy goes and he debates Casey Anthony. Obviously, she's completely guilty of murdering her little girl. And yet, with rhetoric and with almost satanic level riz, he somehow convinces a jury that she was innocent enough to get away with murder. An amazing case in lawyer speak, okay? I aspire to be somewhat like that, okay? Like Alan Dershowitz, okay? This guy is used to charisma and people being docile or uncomfortable because he genuinely seems surprised his public speaking ability has no bearing on the outcome of the argument. So again, backhanded compliment, I like that. So this guy has charisma and is used to people being docile or uncomfortable around him, and so he's genuinely surprised that his public speaking ability has no bearing on the outcome of the technicalities of Romania's sex trafficking laws. Yes, I am charismatic. People are docile around me, or they're uncomfortable, and I fucking make them submit because they know they'll lose to me, bitch. Let's go. Exactly. You're at a college lecture with 150 students. You say something completely out of pocket. The liberals are seething. Like, seriously. And they're like, oh, but they don't talk to me because I fucking win. Somebody speaks up. They stutter through their shit. I stab them in the throat rhetorically because I'm that good. Compared to a bunch of 20-year-olds, okay, fine. But generally speaking, I'm very articulate. Lysaw says, I mean, his public speaking abilities are god-awful, so he'd be screwed either way. I really don't understand why he thought he was doing or convinced himself that he was doing well. Okay, first of all, how are my public speaking abilities horrible, you fucking idiot? What? How? Literally, nobody thinks that. Even a hater would say, okay, this guy can actually talk. Like, dude, are you kidding me? Mr. Brown 96 says, this poor child, oh my gosh, he has no idea how much of a fool he's making himself look. He had his whole life ahead of him, but now his own stupidity has ruined any chances of thinking he's a worth amount of any time. Come on, really? Nobody's gonna change their opinion on me based on this thing. Either you already wouldn't like me and said, oh, this nigga sucked, or you thought you were gonna dislike me and you're like, actually, no, I respect it. Okay, so either one of two things. Either you already didn't like me and you're still not in the in club with me, or you actually started liking me. So I win either way, obviously. If I actually had a following of like 100,000 subscribers and I did this debate, of course that would be a bad look. But as long as I'm under 10,000 subs, I don't need to worry about the way I fucking come out. Okay, the point is that I need to get my name out there no matter what. Assuming I'm not doing anything felonious or gay, too gay. So, yeah. No one cares about this stuff enough for that to be true. Most people will never see him make a fool out of himself. Yeah, exactly. Leaving Goose says, sometimes you need to make a fool out of yourself to grow. Truthfully, I'm surprised anybody is saying Destiny came out of it looking any sort of good. He kind of let several easy points go in favor of beating a dead horse. The amount of missed opportunities for entertainment and meaning he had was baffling. How does someone let the kid get away with so much victim blaming? In fact, all of his moral arguments could have been easily taken on, but it would have been so much more meaningful and entertaining than watching him repeat the same points ad nauseum. Yes, Queen. Yes, leaving Goose 046. Yes. Cool. Fuck, I clicked on another person's YouTube channel. Oh my god. All right, folks. I got half an hour in and just can't. Lalo either has absolutely no experience in the real world, or he is intentionally being bad faith about everything he talked about. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lalo didn't care about this. He's just a kid who wanted to stream and get attention. He's like a member of a high school debate team told to be the devil's advocate. Just, ah, come on, folks. High school debate, bro. I was so good at that too. All right, high school debate, easy mode. Fucking kill everybody at that. True. All right. This guy and girl cannot comprehend the deep level of emotional manipulation that Tate was inflicted on the girls. I feel that this can be explained in a simple way. Have you ever been deeply in love? Have you ever acted in a potentially irrational or erratic way while in love with that person? Gay. I've never heard the defense in a debate say that the opponent's not doing emotional arguments, he's just doing facts. Wow. Yeah, that was based. That was fucking retarded, but based. That was just fucking sick. You know, it's like starting a UFC fight and you do a fucking back house, like a roundhouse kick. Like, so openly stupid, but the balls to say that was awesome. Wow, this Lalo dude literally said nothing in his opening statement. Nobody is prosecuted for anything because of their energy. He's clearly just showing his naivety in ignorance as a result of his age, and he was so happy to share. Oh, sweetheart. Is this a girl that said this about me? Did the opposite gender say something about me? All right. I can tell why Destiny's never went to law school. He's only arguing facts. That was just so base. That was retarded. This was such an embarrassment of debate. This Lalo guy needs to lay low till the verdict is out. Nice. Breaking news. Let's see. Hold on. This guy showed up to the football field with a basketball. That's hilarious. All right, let's keep going. This dude lost the moment he said he was 20. Why? What does that even? What? Why? Why not? Erin Finney is a girl that said the last comment about me. Is she cute? Anyway, imagine you hire a lawyer and he submits to the court, Your Honor, my client is innocent on the grounds that his alleged victims of his crimes are stupid. Yeah, I know, right? Uh, let's see. This guy's the exact same sort of person I would expect to defend Tate. Dude was pivoting as soon as he saw he was losing the argument, and uh, coincidentally reminds me of PBD, who uses a similar tactic to prove his point or lack thereof. PBD podcast, that's a great guy. Big endorsement. I love that guy. Great. I love the I have literally nothing to say, so I'm gonna awkwardly laugh to deflect. It's so telling. Yeah, I know. It was tough, bro. Okay. Um, if this is the level of debate he brings and is so confident about it, I worry about his lawyer aspirations. Just shut the fuck up. Maybe I shouldn't have said I was trying to be a lawyer. Then it would have like made me look a lot smarter in comparison. Because people had the impression I was in law school when I'm like years removed. Lalo is talking way faster than his brain works and it shows. That's no, it's the reverse. I think even faster than my talking, obviously. Only 40 to 46 minutes in, and Lil Bro thought he was actually gonna do something. Okay. Neither of Destiny's opponents seemed to understand that an indictment is not a conviction, and that literally had to learn this from Destiny mid debate. What retard? That doesn't make sense. The speaking ability on the 20-year-old is amazing, even if he doesn't have the best arguments. Yes, Queen. ICH Ray 489. Yes, yes, yes. The speaking ability on this 20-year-old is amazing, even if he doesn't know the best arguments. Yes, yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. It's kind of like if you draft somebody in the 5th round, you're like, okay, this black guy is very explosive off the ball, but he doesn't have the finesse tricks to sack the quarterback. That's exactly what we need to do. Have the bones of it. Have the fucking talent. Then we will master everything. By the time I'm 30, I'm going to fucking skull fuck the 45-year-old version of Destiny, okay? Theoretically speaking, of course. I love how he says Destiny didn't do any research, but admits he only did 5 pages. I literally said he did the research and I didn't, retard. His bursts of laughter are horrifying. In what way exactly? Like off-putting or what? Hmm. The first guy is on pace to become the worst lawyer in human history. I think if this guy ever were to read a book, he'd actually know the used words he was trying to use properly. Fuck you. Yeah, he's guilty, but I don't think sex trafficking is bad. See, that is kind of true though. Insofar as like, obviously, the sort of sex trafficking that Andrew Tate did is not like what I would imagine. Would it be like sex trafficking in a normal sense? In a normal sense, right? Anyway, let's see. My guy just wanted an authentic Destiny experience. Jesus was in a bloodbath. That's funny. Dude scores 0 points and somehow kicking dozens of field goals isn't winning. That was a good analogy I made too. That Destiny kept on insisting on kicking field goals when in reality you ought to go for touchdowns and 2 point conversions. And then he said something pretty smart, which I was surprised he would even get the football reference. He's like, "Well, what team in the league goes for 2 point conversions?" And that is somewhat true that it doesn't happen often, but actually you'll see it sometimes when you just want to experiment with different playbooks for the playoffs. You're like, okay, well, we're leading by 2 touchdowns. Let's just do 2 point conversions and see what's in the playbook. But okay. I love the bit where he's like, "You're not shitting on me hard enough." Real. All right. This debate goes on for so long, he has absolutely nothing to say, leaning on blaming of the girls for being dumb enough to fall for it, being unable to engage with the second question at all, and rambling about the rape accusations, then rambling about how he's not getting dunked on. What a waste of time. Sheesh. I always assumed that nobody wants to be the greasy slimeball Saul Goodman-esque lawyer, and they would just degrade all the way over time. But apparently, this is like the end goal for this guy. That is funny. I love Saul Goodman. This would have been unironically an amazing debate if they made Destiny take the pro Tate side. Obviously, the other dude didn't believe a word he was saying. It would have been a lot more interesting to see how he would still get destroyed by Destiny. Destiny would get killed by me if we swapped sides in the debate, obviously. Wow, Luna Moon says, while Lalo proved that he isn't capable of having a big boy debate, this is a pathetic attempt at best. The comments throughout the night were the best part. That and Destiny smearing the 24/7 Discord simps. How many texts did Daddy Ben send you? Wait, how many texts did Daddy... What the fuck? That is retarded. Anyway. The whole Reddit pill space is getting quickly destroyed and I love it. That's not even true. Dude, this guy debates like an AI word generator that's 30% of the way through its training model on a human speech. Again, that is just a stupid comment. Destiny talks way more like a robot than I do. Obviously. I genuinely wonder how guys like this succeed in life or even having friends. What? Why? What would make you think that? Right. This guy is insane. At one point, he said there's no passion in Destiny's voice. Well, color me stupid. I have no idea that the validity of the claim rests on the passion of the person's voice. It does. Like in a court, the judge's voice and the fucking lawyer's voice is really important. Obviously, if you're trying to convince a jury. Autistic Reddit explanation: Destiny used the law. Yeah, and that's autistic. That is very Reddit tier. Obviously. All right. So Destiny really wiped the floor with him whilst playing video games. That has nothing to do with it. This guy said he'd cook all the orbiters Lamau. I did say that, and that is still completely true. Who is a Destiny orbiter in 2023, folks? I would cook literally all of them on any debate. That is reasonable, of course. Add in the caveat that I cannot debate something that is clearly wrong. But if you want to debate me on immigration, the federal budget, fucking politics of any sort, I'd easily win. And Destiny's orbiters ain't shit. I would destroy all of them. And I would destroy Destiny too on any topic within reason. Now, clearly, in a case where I'm wrong, I'm gonna fucking lose. But, I would beat him on anything that is even remotely subjective, which partially is probably why he wanted to avoid switching the topic of the debate at all. Because any sort of minutia that I could get him on, I would easily win on. Clearly. I hope this guy isn't a part of the actual debate scene. No clue who he is, but good lord is he out of his wheelhouse. Fuck you. Lalo's going to go through a rough time as a lawyer if he's going to cry at that his opponent isn't passionate enough to destroy him with facts. It's like Lalo has a crush on Destiny and really wanted to be shit. This is such a perverted comment by Cody. You fucking loser. Piss off. Bro gives off my frat bro is being accused of posting this drunk girl who passed out on out's panty shots, but like I didn't see it myself. That's such a specific thing. And yeah. Also, I'm not in a frat. Do I look like I'm in a frat? I'm not that white. Little bro wants to have a conversation about a trial without caring about how the law works. Based. Okay, but you have 3 or 4 anecdotes. True. Valid. Let's keep going. Brr, 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 brr. Destiny's opponent talks just like he literally joined the high school debate club. Yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying. Funny seeing 2 dudes who know probably 6 things about football between the 2 of them use football analogies. Well, I mean, fuck you. Why do you have to be so sanctimonious? And yeah, I know a lot about football, you little bitch. Can you name the starting 5 offensive linemen for the Eagles? You can't. Off the top of my head. Jordan Mailata. We've got Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, Cam Jurgens, and Lane Johnson. There you go. You want the 5 starting fucking offensive linemen for the Lions? Okay. Vaitai, Frank Ragnow, Taylor Decker, Panay Sewell, and Jonah Jackson. Okay, I know a lot about football, you little bitch. Call my bluff again, boy. This dude got walked in circles by Destiny on a leash. Yeah, shut up. Shut up, DGG. Okay, hold on. Let's keep going. This is an important comment by Grant Luzon. He says, someday, as a famous lawyer, he will be canceled for this. You know what? That is somewhat of like that's an externality, right? That, I could theoretically, let's say I leave YouTube the way it is right now, or even if I delete my YouTube channel and I leave the internet career forever or whatever, and then I actually become a lawyer and get good at it. And then when I'm 35, some hater of mine somehow name searches me in such a way to where he stumbles upon this video from 2023 in the current year 2037 or something, and then he like forwards it to the bar and he's like, oh, he was defending Andrew Tate or something. Could that get me canceled? Maybe, but I just really doubt that anything from the internet will really bite me in the ass, because first of all, I obviously haven't done anything illegal. And so what is the bar gonna do? Oh, he said something controversial that was legal. Okay, free speech, bro. Thoughts on that? What are they gonna get me on, dumbass? I'm fucking Mexican. I'm not gonna get canceled. All right. Okay. Is this what we need to expect from Gen Z? Debates full of positions along the lines of he's being sussy, so instead of jail time, we should take away his clout because he's being cringe. That is a valid thing to say, even though it sounds silly. This is what happens when you ask a 20-year-old to debate something. Okay, sure. Poor kid. Wait, hold on. Did the guy say I ain't a snitch when Destiny asked if he had info about sex trafficking? I hope this guy doesn't have any kids. Oh, come on, come on. I was joking saying I wouldn't snitch on a sex trafficker, but but what, that I'm gonna like traffic my children, you dumbass. I would traffic other children if it came up to that. What sex trafficker traffics his own children, dipshit? Like the analogy in and of itself doesn't even make sense. That is so stupid. It's so like what a stupid concern troll. Fucking joke. Anyway. You had to know this is how it would go after his showing on Playing with Fire. See, this is somewhat surreal that a relatively small performance on Playing with Fire that I was on a couple weeks before this was known to a couple thousand DGG guys, and they remembered that. Interesting. Is my internet going to crash? The most annoying part of Destiny debating Ryan and... wait, hold on. I've never muttered idiot under my breath as much as I did during this debate. A kid with no facts and all feelings going against the gray wall of fact and logic that is destiny. You literally have a Joker killing joke, PFP. Shut the fuck up, Lee Walker, dork. Dude's entire argument in the rest of is the same as these guys, that they think that any individual part of the law legal. Huh. Hold on. Dude's closing argument was basically, is Andrew Tate guilty? Yeah, but I personally don't care though. Based. Boost. I don't know why my computer's crashing, but anyway. This guy's going to be abused. Wait, this guy's going to be accused of abuse at some point. I would bet money on it. That sucks. That's a shitty thing to say because clearly I wouldn't hit a bitch. Clearly I wouldn't do that. That's not smart. Bro sounds like he went to the debate club. Why is that even a negative? Angel Tony, you dork. Sheesh. And I just fucking clicked on a person's YouTube channel. Brother, I do not have fucking time for this. Okay, so I spent the last 50 minutes reading hundreds upon hundreds of comments. And then as I'm getting to the bottom, my fucking website crashes or whatever. So now we gotta just start from the most recent ones. Hedonistic Pickle says, isn't this the same dude who literally said he just wanted to be the best orbiter possible and that he's just doing a character? Clearly, Destiny caught him and got bored because this dude didn't even believe in his own arguments. These losers just want a reaction for content. Okay, fair enough. This man would be the best lawyer of all time, sure. Her comparing this to a porn producer who promised that the girl would be rich and famous is not an argument. A promise? Okay, whatever. Yes, I can see that argument to Destiny, but did you ever consider that women are lying whores? Relevant question. Can Lalo stop pulling emotional arguments out of his ass and address something real? This is turbo boring until the Karen comes in later. Holy fuck. Cool. This guy's about as Christian as Elizabeth Warren is native. That's a good reference. Imagine your career never recovering after your first debate. Okay, class. This is an assignment. Wait, the assignment is an hour debate, pretending you have no clue that there's a position you're trying to defend and how to construct an effective argument. Okay. Wow, I don't think anybody would abouts harder than a young Trump supporter. Wait, did I say I was a Trump supporter in the debate? I think I'm just as dumb as this guy, but I'm missing his confidence. Yeah, I mean, at least I'm confident, right? That's my solace over here. My silver lining, so to speak. Hold on. Did my fucking thing freeze? Really? Fuck. Permatired says, I hope this kid didn't tell his friends or family, ... or anybody that he was doing this panel. Yikes. Well, that's kind of why I keep it secret. Yeah. I'm not, let me see. Huh. These Tate, I'm not a Tate guy. Jeez. This guy's like Turkey Tom without any of the charisma. Dude, what the fuck? First of all, why would anybody say I'm like Turkey Tom, the commentary YouTuber, and without the what charisma does Turkey Tom have? He has the most basic bitch personality ever, nigga. What? This man will never become a lawyer. Fuck you, Snarp 408. I'm gonna remember that. I'm not gonna remember that, but you know, let's say theoretically I were to think about that when I do get my license, I will be like, hey, I'm gonna personally message you somehow, and I'll be like, nigga, you were wrong. You doubted me. You doubted me. How dare you? By the dawn's early light. We'll give it 10 more seconds. All right. I think we got all of these. Dude, that took forever. It took me almost an hour, but we got through the Destiny comments. Yeah, you're welcome, folks. Oh, dear Lord bless him. He thinks he's going to be Johnny Cochran or Robert Kardashian level lawyer in 2060. I will, easily. That's so easy. Okay. Of course, the fucking internet is crashing again. Okay, we'll read a more non-biased thing here. Destiny over here in the modern day debate host channel, and we're gonna see there's 513 comments. We'll see. Lalo finally demonstrating he was out of his league here. Fuck you. There's no coming back from this. To victim blame and say he didn't need to rape women because he could get plenty anyway shows he doesn't deserve a second chance. He's pond scum. What the fuck does that even mean? Lalo has to be one of the worst people modern day debate has ever given time to, who wasted it and wasted ours too. Lalo should never be allowed to debate on any platform until he can demonstrate he has the ability to actually debate. He was unprepared and unable to stay on topic. He only cared whether or not Destiny sounded passionate, going so far as just to say that he was delivering facts and no emotional damage. Lalo's the Yamcha of modern day debate. See, that is actually funny by Juan the Bone. See, another Mexican W. Lalo's the Yamcha of MDD. That is actually the closest thing to a good diss on me I've ever heard on today, actually. That's actually fantastic. Thank you, Lalo. I've never heard anybody talk so long and say nothing at all. First debate vibes, real. I don't think Lalo knows how debates work. He conceded it almost immediately and spent the rest of the time running around down rabbit trails and complaining that Destiny wasn't professional. Okay? Right. Okay. At 1 hour and 6 minutes in, super chat about Destiny's wife. Lalo jumps in on the opportunity to start talking about Destiny's wife. Ryan interrupts him to ask if Destiny's okay with it, with Lalo talking about his wife. Lalo then, for some reason, takes credit for that and says, I go for the consent. No, you didn't, you clown. You never asked Destiny if he was okay about talking about his wife. An entirely different person would have asked the question. Shut up, you fucking fat. Really, Mr. McGreevious? Are you fucking joking me? Lalo, you have to ask for consent to ask the guy who's 15 years older than you so that you can talk about his wife that is older than you too. Who fucking, it's a public relationship. I shouldn't have to ask for permission to talk about Destiny's wife. Jesus. And I was being a douche about it. Yeah. Tell me something that's new, bitch. Who cares? So what? If I talk about Melina, I talk about Melina. Who cares? All right. All right. Huh. Lalo literally said that we need to look at our feelings and not the facts. That Destiny needs to blame the victims more, and even says at the 42-minute mark that Destiny didn't beat him badly enough that he should have stunted on him more. I mean, that is completely true, though. Destiny's the absolute king of being completely logical and not letting any emotion get in the way of the facts. This dude is literally Batman. Dude, if you are a grown man and you have the sentence that says something along the lines that Destiny is literally Batman, you're not going to make it, bro. Come on. Dude who's getting his ass kicked says, is that all you got, Destiny? Yeah. Yep. No shame. Actually, he might be a sex trafficking pimp, but emotionally, I don't want my daddy to go to jail. It's not true. Lalo tried his hardest to get a rise out of Destiny. She held fast. See, why do they all have to call Destiny a girl? That's like not even funny. I love Lalo's confidence to persist in using words he clearly doesn't even know the meaning of. Purview and derelict were a couple of my favorites. I used everything correctly. I don't know what you're talking about. That's ridiculous. The only thing worse than Lalo's debate skills in the photo, the only thing worse than Lalo's debate skills is the photo they used of him in the thumbnail. They didn't even use my face in the thumbnail. They used some white guy who quit on the debate because he realized while doing the prep that Andrew Tate was guilty. So they didn't even put me on the fucking thing. Destiny's editor put me in his video at least. Lalo got absolutely destroyed. I mean, hey, this comment section isn't much better to me actually than Destiny. I won't lie. Lalo got his ass handed to him. The amount of pivoting he does almost made me think he was gonna break his ankles. That's funny. Lalo, it is just not right that people are pointing fingers at the abusers, but nobody's pointing the pointing at the victims and saying it's their fault. I think Lalo wishes Tate had used the Loverboy method on him would make his dreams come true. See, that's not funny. Like, oh, you're gay for Andrew Tate. You're gay. Fucking fat. Ugh, it's so annoying. All right. Holy hell, I'm glad Lalo's 20 because he hasn't seen how the world actually works. Okay, fine. Lalo tries to compare Destiny's relationship with Tate's trafficking and immediately admits it's facetious. Homeboy didn't have a leg to stand on. Yeah, because I was being a nice guy. I could have lied about that, but I didn't want to. Lalo literally admitted he's spinning a narrative and didn't even realize it. It's hilarious. No, I admitted it and I knew I was admitting it. The mustachioed man thought he could get by on charisma alone without reading any of the indictments. Yeah, real. Speaking confidently doesn't equal charisma. He has the charisma of a 15-year-old who just learned what atheism is. No. What? Very clearly not being his authentic self. He wants to sound smart and witty so badly. No, this is actually how I am. He mimics every e-celeb that he's watched growing up. Many such cases in Generation Z. Okay, I think that is close enough, right? Obviously. Was this dude actually serious about becoming a lawyer, though? I can't believe he straight up conceded immediately that Destiny only had... I want to see anybody debate Destiny without conceding what I did, bitch. What the fuck did they expect me to do? Jesus Christ, that like makes my blood boil. Rhetorically, obviously, I don't care. I don't, but it's like, jeez. These people are fucking stupid. Okay. Bless Lalo. It's very sad that this is going to exist forever. Who cares? My wife of 7 years really enjoyed this video. I guess that's W Riz. Okay. This Lalo guy is so bad. I just think that he would have a hard time defending anybody, even if they were innocent. Nah, I'd do great. Huh. Hmm. Hang on. This dude is 20. He looks 30, but calls 25-year-olds ancient in his opening statement. Yes. Yes. I do look 30 with this facial hair. But I kind of like it, though. Lalo, sex trafficking, nitpicking. Yeah, that's funny that I said it that way. Lalo says he wants to be a defense lawyer, yet this debate is about a client being guilty in the first 5 minutes. These people really don't understand. Any sort of case that I would ever get as a lawyer, like as a 30-year-old man, would not be this fucking one sided. So clearly it wouldn't go down that bad, first. Secondly, oh, so bro, you're like halfway through your undergraduate degree, but you want to be a lawyer? Fuck you. Get the average person with a criminal justice major in their third year of college, and they would fucking get killed in 30 seconds by Destiny, all right? Hmm. Uh, okay. I'm trying to a lot of I would read more of these comments, but they're extremely redundant and like they're like the same thing repeated. So I'm trying to parse through these. Quick note: I noticed something about Lalo's debate technique. I don't know if I'm crazy, but to me, he's kind of imitating Destiny's ability to communicate quickly. Now, I don't know if this is relevant to anything, but something that I just picked up on. No, I don't talk like Destiny at all, unless you're saying that I talk fast. But I mean, a lot of smart people do that. Why let this Lalo person debate Destiny? He isn't qualified to debate a log. He lost in the first 5 minutes and didn't even know what the word of anecdote means. Nigga, I know what anecdote means. Imagine this Lalo dude can vote and reproduce. This world's a shame. Yeah, fuck you. If Lalo ever becomes a successful lawyer, it will be the biggest underdog story of all time. He's the worst debater I've ever seen. He has no grasp on the law and why it functions. Okay, nerd. Ivan Petrov says, "Did I just hear that right? Lalo referred to 25-year-olds as fossils." No, I don't think 25-year-olds are fossils, but I thought that was going to piss people off, and I said it that way. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this is your average Destiny fan. This fucking dork with glasses, bald, says, "This is Ultra Instinct Destiny." Holy shit. So this 35-year-old man over here is like, "Oh, I'm going to make a fucking Dragon Ball Super reference." Not even a Dragon Ball Z reference from when you were my age. No, you're talking about the fucking anime that I'm not even watching. Because I'm too old for that shit. Wow. Lalo's a disingenuous troll. I doubt he believed anything he espoused. True. Sex trafficking is just something that white people say. Yeah, that is actually true though. Notice how Lalo keeps looking at himself in the mirror and fixing his hair? Sociopath, says Diana Bender. Now, there's two things I like from this. First of all, it has 2 likes, so that means that 3 people agreed with what they were saying. First of all, I would say I'm somewhat surprised that nobody else brought up that I was checking myself out a lot, because people, when they pay attention to me, they tend to pick up on that fact. Now, another thing I wanted to note here also is that Diana Bender is a girl name, right? So she's saying that notice how Lalo keeps looking at himself and fixing his hair. He's a sociopath. That's actually hot that she thinks about it that way. I get off on that. She considered it as something to comment. That's cute. Am I a sociopath? Not quite. Not really. Lalo's a threat to women everywhere. Come on, dude. Only if he defends him in court. Okay, that's funny. I'm a threat to women everywhere because I defended Andrew Tate, ironically, bro. Shut the fuck up. Fucking pussy. I want to imagine what his profile picture would look like if it were a selfie, alright? Lalo is a vile individual. So sad that he was prepared to defend Tate and blame the victims of Tate so strongly. Is he just jealous that he didn't think of doing it for... Come on, dude, really? Come. What? That is just so fucking stupid. This college kid is just jealous he couldn't run his own Romanian scam. Nigga, how the fuck would I even do that? That's so stupid. Okay. Okay. Disagree with him, but Lalo honestly does a good Saul Goodman impression, judging by the fact that he is debating against the law here. So obviously, it is way harder for him to prove any point on his side. Okay, I'll take it as a compliment. Hey Lalo, if I were to invite you to my house and say I'm gonna kill you, and you come over and I kill you, should I just walk free? You should have known. I literally was gonna do it. Yeah, unironically, that would be assisted suicide, which a lot of liberals are okay with. So yeah, if somebody verbatim says I'm gonna kill you if you come into my house and you kill him, that's fine. Sure. Like in a liberal sort of dogma. Obviously, I'm against that in principle. Uh, Lalo makes me both depressed and want to vomit. Jim, you've got to be the biggest bitch on the planet if me arguing makes you want to vomit. Like, what a pussy. Let me put you in a fucking military scenario, dumbass. Lalo claims to be a Christian. Did I hear that right? Absolutely shameful. Bro. Come on, bro. Really? So you debate something rhetorically, like hypothetically, and now what? Now I'm defending it, retard. So like, if I were to do the devil's, like, if I were to defend Hitler, ironically for the sake of the argument for clout, that is supposed to be immoral. Why? Beheaded Kamikaze says Lalo did pretty well as a last minute fill in without a lot of time to prepare. It certainly didn't seem to be an easy position to defend, but good on you for trying anyway. You didn't convince me that if the facts of the case are accurate, that he would be guilty, but that's okay. Well done to Destiny for presenting a very solid case. Can't really fault it. There is perhaps one technicality that you might have gone for, that he hasn't received a guilty verdict yet, so technically he isn't guilty yet. He did not do so well, even if you account for him not preparing for the debate. The first 15 minutes, he conceded that Tate trafficked them, and he showed that he doesn't even understand the definition of trafficking, which is literally the topic of the debate. Then he literally cries to Destiny, going by the book and the debate about law and the judicial process. Okay, ratio. Adam Noteman, you are so boring. Shout out to the Beheaded Kamikaze. Yeah, I did do good. Mr. Paper Number DGG. Okay, so this is an enemy of the show, so to speak. Paper Number GGG says Lalo had 10 minutes to prepare. He was playing devil's advocate at very short notice. How would he have done in that position? How would have you done in that position? Worse. He disavowed the Tates and his arguments after the debate. He clearly is perfectly reasonable, but so many of you are crapping on him for morphing into the square that he has to fit in the square hole that has to debate Destiny with 100 times more prep and material at debating, which was a favor to the host in Destiny and a potentially large risk to himself. 4 replies. But why take the debate? He hopes to study law and become a great lawyer, and this is how he will be remembered. I don't know what I would have done better in this position, but I also don't even know how it could have been worse. Okay. Dude, okay, as a lawyer, nobody's gonna remember that I did this with Destiny. Only me, pretty much. So who gives a fuck? That's not even a valid concern. And this guy's so right about, like, okay, I didn't have a lot of time to prepare, and everybody in my position would have done worse. True, 100%. Of course. Of course, I did great. This guy played Denga Rampa once and thinks he knows how to debate. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Taco Hitler so hungry for clout. Looks like a Destiny fanboy. That's funny. That is actually pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Why did this guy have the mannerisms of Fuentes? Okay, I guess somebody picked up on that. Let's see this. Hmm. Somebody says law owned as in owned, but law owned. Okay, I've never heard that before. Guess people are making puns on my name. That's cool. That means I'm getting famous. All right. They're Mexican. Okay. I really wonder what the racial demographic a Tate apologist is. I suspect 80% non-white and ambiguous. What? Again, so these liberal people are saying that the Tate defenders are non-white and that, like, that means that we're losers. Like, what the fuck? What? Like, what? Sheesh. Um. All right. So again, my computer crashed or whatever. You know what I mean, right? The tab froze. So now we're just gonna read from the top and see what happened here. Okay. Really need to vet people before doing matchups like this. It's like David versus Goliath. David was retarded. Okay, that's a good line. I like that. Okay. But I guess that was it. All right. So that is going to be my coverage of the comments. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Is that it, folks? Hold on. Alrighty, folks. So basically, I wanted to tell you guys that anybody who's still watching this after an hour and 15 minutes, big shout out to you, because that was kind of boring. But listen, I had to do it. I've been sitting on this for weeks. And a lot of people might think, well, Lalo, are you like butthurt that you lost to Destiny? Not at all. I just didn't honestly care. Like I felt like I really forced it. Like I didn't feel like doing it, but I knew on paper that it was for clout and that I had to do somebody a favor. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it, and I did. And so I think it was worth it. And it does kind of eat at me a little bit that people would have the gall to say that this is gonna bite me in the ass, because if it does, I would actually blow my brains out, because that would suck. Rhetorically, it is awful if somebody were to say, "Oh shit." Like imagine if I lost my ability to be a lawyer in 10 years because of this debate. That would be embarrassing, okay? That would suck. But I doubt that's going to happen, so I'm not too worried about that. Anyway, I read about 2008 comments today. I got to say, for the few people, like the 20% of people that actually had my back in the comment section, big shout out if you're watching this, because the GGG people, by and large, like a good 90% of you people were being gay and cringe. And so, what did I expect I would do against Destiny with no prep? I was expecting like a 6 out of 10 debate performance relative to my curve that's being graded here. I think I turned out like an 8 out of 10. I really did as well as anybody could have reasonably expected. And so it is what it is. Did I lose on the merits of the debate? I clearly did. But at the end of the day, most people generally think that Tate is guilty, and he is actually guilty. And Destiny didn't let me box him outside of the ring. And so, with that being said, it is what it is. And I responded to everything. So I was trying to live stream this, but my live stream crashed like twice, and it's like 2 in the morning right now. And so basically, yeah. So I tried to live stream my reaction to this so that I could have my own comments, like giving me feedback on everything, but it didn't work. And so my computer's been struggling recently. It's having a stroke. It's got black lungs. So anyway, yeah. So it is what it is. And what else? What else? I'm gonna pull my fucking hair out. What was I gonna say? Hold on. Yeah, I was just gonna say that any sort of criticism I get as to my conduct in the debate is like super gay. Who cares? Virtually anybody I know, and by virtually I mean literally everybody that I personally am friends with or whatever, would have lost to Destiny worse than I did, and so there's really no need to get worked up about a loss. And I feel like a lot of people have the idea that I have such a big ego that I couldn't take a loss, and that's why I've been like not acknowledging the debate. But I mean, I just didn't want to shill it. I initially, like a month ago, really wanted to get into the Destiny Orbiter market for cloud, obviously, but I just don't care enough to try to suck up. And plus, I've been told that, I would get iced out if I tried by some people that are closer to Destiny. So I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. Who cares? Might as well reign in hell than serve in heaven. But in this case, heaven would be being a B-list orbiter to fucking Destiny, okay? Anyway, the point is that I am grateful for the experience. It's going to be memorable years from now, and it is what it is. You take your lumps, you're young, you lose sometimes. I've loved and I've lost. That's from the song Take Care by Drake, 2011 with Rihanna. Anyways, appreciate all you guys for watching. And I really felt the need late night to say, you know what? I need to go through these comments in public so I don't look like an insecure bitch about the debate. Because there's some people that might say, Lalo, why haven't you gone over the debate? And it's like, bro, I've already talked about this like nauseum. Like, obviously, my friends talked to me for hours about this shit, okay? So I'm like up to here with hearing about the debate. So here we go. There it is. 16 days after the debate. There it goes. You're welcome. Adios.